Moon is a very fascinating planet. And today the moon is transiting through Mrigashira Nakshatra, and the ruler of that nakshatra is Soma himself. Soma is the Sanskrit name for Chandra, the moon. Okay, so that's why I thought today I should talk about moon, and especially I want to talk about the combination of moon and Mars. Moon, first before that, let me tell you the basics about moon. Moon is a very fascinating planet because it represents your mind. Everything you do in your life is based on your mind. Whether you are reacting for something or you are doing something on your own, whatever it is based on your mind. That is why astrologers usually give more importance to the transit through moon chart, not through ascendant chart. But I'm not trying to say that you can't get any prediction out of ascendant chart, but I'm just telling you why they are giving more importance to moon chart. Because moon represents your mind, and through your mind you are doing everything in this world. And second thing is, moon represents your belongings. It can be material belongings, it can be your own ideas, those kind of intellectual belongings, whatever it is. Moon represents that. And moon also represents the attachments that comes with the belongings. So this is why you have to look at moon's placement in your chart, like where your moon is placed, and the qualities of that house, and the qualities of that sign, and the qualities of that nakshatra. All these will tell you what are your belongings and where your attachment lies. Even when you say you don't have any attachment, still you will have some sort of attachment over yourself or over spirituality, over attaining moksha, attaining some knowledge, any sort of things. Attachment will always be there. So yeah, moon represents these kind of things. And another thing is whenever moon is sitting with any specific planet, it will get attached to that planet. All right. So particularly in the recent days, I have seen many people who are having moon with Saturn. So what happens is, Saturn represents fear. Saturn represents the sudden change, the transformation, the unknown territory. So when all these, when the karaka of these kind of things sitting with your moon, automatically you will have attachment over understanding that unknown territories, understanding your fear, or you will love living with your fear. And this is what I told some of my clients also, who I've seen moon with Saturn like that. I simply told them that your mind is attached to these kind of fears, wherever, that is based on wherever their moon and Saturn is placed. So they will be attached to that. And no matter wherever they want to, no matter how they want to escape from this attachment, they will always go through one attachment, then they will get out of it, and then they will go through another, like that. Because Saturn represents the 8th house. 8th house is about what? It will give you some attachment and then it will cut it down. Then again it will give you something else and then it will cut it down. So that is the quality of Saturn. And another thing is moon with Mercury. Highly communicative, because Mercury is about communication, moon is the mind, so they will be very communicative. And let's say if moon and Mercury, they both are in Pisces, then they will be communicative inside their mind. They will be thinking something, dreaming something all the time. And moon with Jupiter. Moon with Jupiter is a good thing, because moon with Jupiter creates a Kesari yoga, and especially if it is in the Kendra from the Lagna or Lagna Lord, it will create Kaji Kesari yoga. So that is very good for the attachments with higher knowledge, attachments with charity, helping somebody, protecting someone, learning more, teaching more, attachment with children, family, celebration, all these things. Moon with Venus is about luxury, attachment with luxury, material pleasures, and perfumes, and beauty, arts, creativity, all these sort of things. And then moon with the sun, moon with sun creates Amavasya, the no moon day. For some time they will act like sun, for some time they will act like moon, basically, because it actually basically blocks out the light, right? It becomes dark on that day. So if it is, and that too, like if it is in the morning, the effect will be different. Evening, like in the night time, the effect will be different, like that. So morning time in the sense morning birth, like that. So there are a lot of these kind of changes. And then moon with Rahu, Ketu. Moon with the nodes are kind of crazy attachment, like kind of craziness, because Rahu is about what? Rahu and Ketu, they both are like shadow planets. So they both will enhance the moon in a way that moon can go chaotic. The mind can go chaotic. If it is contained by the aspect of Venus or Jupiter, because they both are gurus, or if it is contained by sun, you know, like let's say if it is a Purnima and moon is with Rahu and sun is directly opposite, sun is aspecting moon and Rahu, then that can be contained somehow, because sun is also the creator, the king. So, you know, moon is the queen. So it will, you know, have that understanding with the sun, and some kind of obedience will be there. So otherwise it can go, you know, haywire like that. I'm not saying all the things, like, I mean, all the time moon with Rahu will go haywire, but I'm talking about like the wilder scenarios, like moon with Rahu in Aquarius, moon with Rahu in Virgo, you know, without any benefic aspects, and or with any malefic aspects. It can go crazy like that. Moon with Rahu and even moon with Ketu, like that. And then finally, I think we have come down to moon with Mars. Moon with Mars is creating Chandra Mangal Yoga. And the interesting thing is, this will create a very desperate energy. Because see, I forgot to tell you one thing, that whenever moon is with Saturn or moon is with Mars, it creates a primal energy, because mind is connected to the Karaka of 8th house, Saturn. So 8th house is about your primal fear, your basic needs, your that desperation, you know, desperation to do something, like that. Those kind of things, because 8th house represents your that anal region. So that is where you have your Mooladhara chakra, the end part, right? The Mooladhara chakra. So that represents your primal needs, the primal fears, the primal urges. This is why like moon with Saturn will create that kind of energy also. So they will have that primal urge, they will do something, and then they will have the fear. And then moon with Mars. Moon with Mars will also create the same sort of energy, but in a different way. In the sense, because Mars is about trying to understand that primal fears, trying to understand the primal urges. Okay. That is why Mars is ruling the natural 8th house of Scorpio. So whenever moon is with Mars, these people will try to understand, like from wherever their moon and Mars are placed, from that place, whatever is the 8th house, from that house, they will try to understand. For them, that is the primal fear, the primal urge. So they will try to understand that I have to understand this, I have to do this, I have to see if I am winning or losing, and I'm going to basically experiment on it, like that. And Mars is also the planet of action, right? So when moon is with Mars, especially if it is closely conjoined, then it will create that desperation. They will think and they will right away do it. It's like there is no going back, and there is no thinking about it for the second time, like that. No, they will think about it, they will do it, like that. So this is one of the main things I wanted to talk about when it comes to moon as a planet and its combinations. All right. So I'll meet you in my next video with various combinations and various lot of things to learn about astrology. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Take care.